The following video contains discussions and depictions of themes related to death and grief. While these topics are explored with sensitivity and respect, viewer discretion is advised. I encourage viewers to engage with the material mindfully and seek support if needed. My aim is to foster understanding and empathy around these meaningful but difficult subjects. Hey everyone! Welcome to another video. This time it's a game that has sent my mind and heart in a tumble dryer of emotions. This game is about death, but not the gory and violent kind, but one that is deeply moving and reflective. Death around video games is marked by a game over screen or a graphic bloody scene. It's the punitive measure for when we make mistakes and underestimate an enemy, but there typically exists some option for a redo so that we can go back into action. However, in real life, there are no do-overs in death. It is an undeniable certainty, teaching us to recognize the fragility of life. It reminds us to seize opportunities and appreciate the present because tomorrow is never guaranteed. Enter Spiritfarer, a game that flips the script on death. Saying goodbye turns into a reflective journey of celebrating a person's life, confronting the pain of loss, and honoring the legacies of those who have passed on. Developed by Thunder Lotus Games, Spiritfarer is a mix of exploration, resource management, and a narrative-driven gameplay. The art style of Spiritfarer is hand-drawn, exuding warmth and charm that soften the somber theme of death. The soothing soundtrack complements the visuals perfectly, ranging from melancholic to joyful tunes. The game begins by introducing Stella and her cat Daffodil. Stella takes on the role of the Spiritfarer, relieving Karen of his duties. Her task is seemingly simple: locate lost spirits stranded on different islands across the world and guide them to the Everdoor, where they can peacefully pass on. These souls become Stella's responsibility, and as Stella, you must care for them and fulfill their last wishes before their final journey. Before Karen leaves, he leaves behind Everlight, the symbol of your status as Spiritfarer and a magical multi-tool that helps you perform your duties. Your ship serves as your headquarters and primary mode of transportation. Initially, its capabilities are limited. Your ship can only take you so far until you gather the necessary materials to upgrade it. Once you upgrade your ship, you unlock new areas and be able to accommodate more passengers. Additional buildings provide space for your souls to rest, socialize, and pursue their personal activities. One of the more remarkable aspects of the game is how some of the passengers become your mentors and teach you how to build and craft different materials. Once in a while, they'll surprise you by crafting a few items themselves. But once they've crossed the Everdoor, you'll have to do these things yourself. This highlights the connections we form in real life where people impart knowledge and skills that endure long after they've departed. There are materials that can be found scattered around the world too. Out at sea through treasures and shipwrecks, some can be found through shops and traveling traders, and with the right skills, you can also claim crates hidden around islands. But there are more specialized items that can only be harvested from the many minigame activities that some passengers will introduce you to. Each of these activities breaks away from the repetitive nature of crafting by adding some excitement and stunning visuals into the game. Some islands will have shrines that grant you abilities that improve the skills that you can do with Everlight. These new abilities can help you get to hard-to-reach places and maneuver around the world with ease. You pay for these abilities with obos, which you receive every time you meet a spirit. The controls in Spiritfarer are straightforward, whether you're using a keyboard and mouse or a controller. I personally found it easier using a controller. The game is more focused on the story and the experience rather than mastering complex mechanics, welcoming gamers of all skill levels. However, I noticed a small hiccup in the game's design. Sometimes characters can block your interactions with others. This can be slightly frustrating as it makes it difficult to focus on the interaction or fully read the dialogue. Despite this minor inconvenience, the overall ease of controls ensures that players can immerse themselves in a touching narrative without any significant hurdles. Your passengers are the center of everything you do as the Spiritfarer. As you progress in fulfilling their last wishes, You get to know them on a more personal level, their favorite dishes, the kind of life they've had, and their regrets and fears. Each soul represents a unique personality reflecting diverse backgrounds and experiences that we can all relate to. These characters feel real because, in a sense, they are. They embody individuals from the game developers' lives who have passed on, adding depth and authenticity to their stories. You'll find that some pass away suddenly, others choose their fate, while some live their lives embracing old age with grace. Regardless of the circumstances, you must eventually let them go. Grief is a multifaceted emotion that resonates differently for each person. But however grief manifests itself, it is a loss that we all carry for the rest of our lives. Spiritfarer approaches this in the most gentle way. I encourage you to embrace the journey of grief and don't rush through the experience and take the time to process and reflect. I approached Spiritfarer expecting a charming and cozy gaming experience. However, what unfolded was a journey of deep introspection that, more often than not, moved me to tears. Each time I escorted a soul through the Everdoor, I was reminded of the harsh truth that death doesn't always allow us to prepare to let go of our loved ones. Yet through this game, I found solace in the companionship of the souls aboard my ship, regardless of how fond I was of them. It was cathartic to recognize traits and experiences in these characters that mirrored those of people who have left their marks on my life. They say that grief is just love persevering. This enduring love is a reminder of a bond that remains, even in absence. So in our moments of deepest pain, we find a small comfort in knowing that our grief is simply love that refuses to let go. If you've played Spiritfarer or something similar, I would love to hear about it in the comments. I'm Charging Charlie, and I'm happy to produce another video for you all. If you like what you've seen, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you, and stay excellent to each other.